Welcome to the Parenting Puzzle Podcast with Dr. Daniela Owen, the podcast where we attempt to solve the parenting puzzle together.
Great, those points, because I know I threw a lot at you, but the first part of the conversation is, what are we doing well? What's working? What's good?
I like
what makes
that.
us feel happy? So you're creating that foundation of positivity, of connection, of successes.
Yes.
And sometimes when we reflect on that, it's kind of funny. We do the same thing when we're disciplining kids. We tend to notice the things that they're doing well or staying on top of. We don't tend to comment on them as much as the things that they're doing wrong, which we correct, right? And the same thing happens in our relationships with our spouses or our co-parents.
It's true.
Right? And so taking that moment to kind of connect and give yourself that kudos, that's a good
Hey, we're not doing that bad.
Yeah, well, and I think it'll make it a lot easier to talk about that third part, right? So, and even the second part. So what are our values? Where are we aligned? Where are we different? And how much do each of our differing values matter to us? So is there a way that we can kind of compromise on those or blend those, or are we actually more aligned than we thought? And sometimes just expressing your values, that can be so helpful to realize, hey, we're really aligned about this. How we're doing it is different, but our values, the underlying core thing that matters is the same. Then you're in good shape, right? Then you move on to that third conversation. Where are things breaking down? What are you doing? What am I doing? What are you saying? What am I saying? How do we get on the same page? Let's try it as an experiment. Let's see how it's going. If it's working, let's stay consistent. If it's not, let's switch gears and try something else consistently. So what you're doing and what I'm doing are the same and the same each and every time. Then you know what to expect, your kid knows what to expect, and everyone's going to feel good. And if you're applying this to the 14-year-old, the 5-year-old, the 2.5-year-old, those kids are also seeing each other, right? Because sometimes the risk, and this is a blended family specific thing, Jake, and so I really appreciate that you brought up what I'm talking about relates to all families, but specifically in blended families, if you're kind of getting into this trap with your partner of parenting your stepchild differently from your biological shared children, they're going to all see that, right? And then your shared children are going to kind of be reacting to the fact that they're getting different treatment than your stepchild, and that's also not good for kids because they all want to be able to expect the same thing, get the same response. Again, everyone feels secure and safe when that happens, and so give that a try.
Yes, for sure.
Great question.
That's great advice.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving us a review. It really helps us out and lets others discover the show.